Jagadish, so can I repeat the an intuitive life scan session? Jagadish, yes, you can, but the institute advises maintaining a gap of at least 30 to 45 days between two sessions. This interval allows the energy, insights, and inner guidance received during the previous session to settle and manifest naturally. The intuitive process works on subtle layers of consciousness. It is not merely informational but vibrational. When a person undergoes an intuitive scan, multiple aspects of their emotional, mental, and spiritual framework begin to align. These realignments need time to mature before re engaging in another deep scan. If done too soon, it may overlap with ongoing energetic processing and cause confusion. Gurudev often says knowledge ripens in silence. The same principle applies here. Space and time are integral to internal integration. After a session, many people notice changes in perception, relationships, clarity, or health. Hence, this recommended gap honors the mind body rhythm. Repeating after due time can then offer deeper layers of insight or confirmation of growth. The Institute's approach is about empowering self awareness progressively, not dependency. Thus, each repeated session becomes a higher step higher in the spiral of consciousness, refined, clearer, and more self sufficient than before. Now, what are the main benefits of undergoing an intuitive life scan session? The intuitive life scan is designed to illuminate unseen patterns in your life, whether emotional, mental, or spiritual, that influence decisions and experiences. One of its primary benefits is clarity. Many participants describe a sense of alignment and peace after realizing the deeper causes of confusion or repetitive challenges. Another key benefit is healing awareness. Intuitive insights often touch unacknowledged memories or energies that may be blocking growth. By recognizing them, participants experience emotional release and renewed vitality. The session also nurtures self trust, the ability to listen to one's inner voice without external validation. For professionals, it enhances decision making by reducing mental noise and sharpening intuitive accuracy. For spiritual seekers, it opens the gateway to subtle realms of consciousness and strengthens meditation. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji has always said, the mind already knows. Meditation makes you aware of that knowing. The intuitive life scan translates this wisdom into experience. In short, the benefits extend from practical life guidance to profound inner evolution, helping individuals walk through life with more balance, authenticity, and confidence in their intuitive intelligence. Now, how does the Institute of Absolute Intelligence ensure the authenticity of intuitive insights? Jagdev, the institute operates on the principle that genuine intuition arises when the mind is silent, ethical, and free from personal bias. Practitioners undergo a rigorous multi-stage training process that includes meditation, Sudarshan Kriya, energy sensitivity exercises, and ethical discipline. Each practitioner's accuracy is assessed through controlled trials and feedback systems before they are certified. The insights they provide are often verified through real life validation by the participants. Instances where details unknown to the practitioner are revealed accurately. This evidence based approach distinguishes the institute from speculative or entertainment based intuitive models. Moreover, the training emphasizes surrender and humility. Practitioners do not interpret intuitions for egoic display but offer them as divine guidance for the participants' growth. Every session is monitored under ethical supervision, and any misuse of information leads to revocation of certification. Gurudev's teachings act as the guiding compass, reminding that intuition must serve compassion, not curiosity. Thus, authenticity is maintained not just through skill validation, but also through the purity of consciousness and adherence to dharmic principles. The Institute blends ancient yogic science with contemporary accountability to ensure every insight is rooted in truth and spiritual responsibility. Now, how are the children's intuition process different from adult sessions? Children's intuitive sessions are uniquely designed to nurture natural sensitivity while remaining age appropriate. Unlike adults, children possess a minimal mental clutter, less skepticism, and fewer conditioning blocks, making their intuitive perception sharper and faster. The sessions use playful exercises, guided meditations, and games to gently develop their perception of colors, shapes, or emotional cues without forcing results. The goal is not prediction or analysis, but expanding awareness, confidence, and focus. ethical education is integrated from the start. Children learn to use intuition responsibly and compassionately. Parents are informed and often observe the process to ensure transparency and safety. Children also benefit cognitively. Enhanced attention, memory, and learning capacity are frequently observed. Gurudev emphasizes that nurturing intuition in children is akin to watering naturally flowing stream. It grows effortlessly when supported with love, guidance, and meditation. While adult sessions require deliberate preparation, children thrive with minimal instructions. As the exercises align with their inherent openness, the process ultimately cultivates balanced, confident, and aware young minds who can integrate their intuitive abilities ethically into daily life. Now, what typically happens during an intuitive life scan session? A session usually begins with a brief introduction and silence, allowing both participant and practitioner to attune their energy. The participant sits comfortably, ideally in a quiet and undisturbed environment, while the practitioner enters a meditative state. Once fully centered, the practitioner tunes into the participant's subtle energy field, observing impressions without conscious thought or judgment. These may manifest as symbols, sensations, colors, images, or spontaneous knowing. Insights shared often relate to emotional blocks, life patterns, latent strengths, or areas requiring attention. Importantly, the practitioner acts as a mirror, not a director, facilitating self understanding rather than imposing interpretations. Many participants report a sense of calm, expanded awareness, or subtle energetic shift during the session. After the intuitive scan, the guide allows a few minutes for integration through silence or guided meditation. Gurudev describes the process as a river showing you its depth. You may not control it, but you can now navigate it with clarity. The session is non intrusive, confidential, and intended to foster awareness, healing, and empowerment. Now, what should participants do to prepare before a session? Preparation for a session is minimal but impactful. Participants are advised to avoid alcohol, intoxicants, and recreational drugs at least 24 hours prior, as these can cloud mental clarity and distort energy fields. Being well rested enhances receptivity, allowing subtle impressions to be perceived clearly. Light meditation, deep breathing, or chanting Om before the session help harmonize mind and body. Gurudev stresses that a quiet, open, and receptive state of mind is far more important than complex rituals. It is recommended to create a calm physical space free from interruptions or loud stimuli, which enables the practitioner to connect more easily with the participants' subtle field. Emotional preparation is equally important. Letting go of expectations, anxieties, or rigid goals allow the session to unfold organically. Simple mindfulness practices like observing the breath or maintaining a gentle smile can also enhance focus. In essence, the preparation is not about performance, it is about alignment, ensuring the inner and outer environments are conducive to subtle perception and deep self awareness. Now, how long does an intuitive live scan session usually last? A typical session lasts between 45 to 60 minutes, although the exact duration can vary depending on the participants' energy, readiness, and openness. The session includes an initial centering period, the intuitive scan itself, and a short integration period afterward. The centering allows both practitioner and participant to attune energetically, quieting the mind and preparing the subtle field. The scan phase involves the intuitive perception, insight sharing, and sometimes light guidance on practical next steps or reflection points. The final integration period allows the participant to absorb impressions, experience subtle energetic shifts, and return to ordinary awareness smoothly. Gurudev emphasizes that the quality of the session matters far more than the length. A highly focused, fully present 45-minute session can provide more profound insights than a longer session with divided attention. Post session participants are encouraged to reflect quietly, meditate, or journal their experiences. Many notice that the effects continue to unfold for days or weeks, illustrating that intuitive insights work subtly and continuously in life rather than being confined to the session duration alone. Now, how do the participants access trained intuitive practitioners? The Institute of Absolute Intelligence maintains a secure online portal for accessing certified practitioners. Participants can browse available guides, check their schedules, and book sessions conveniently. Practitioners listed on the portal have undergone extensive training in meditation, ethical conduct, and intuitive development, ensuring reliability and spiritual integrity. Depending on availability, sessions can be scheduled as early as the same day or within 1 or 2 weeks. The portal also provides information about session types, preparatory guidelines, and optional follow ups. Gurudev stresses the importance of resonance between the seeker and the guide. Therefore, participants can choose based on the practitioner's profiles or recommendations. Administrative support ensures smooth scheduling, while ethical oversight ensures every session remains confidential and aligned with the Institute's standards. By combining digital accessibility with spiritual discipline, the Institute makes intuitive guidance globally available without compromising sacredness or quality. Now, how does the Institute ensure ethical practice in intuitive sessions? Ethics form the backbone of every intuitive life scan sessions. The Institute operates under a strict code inspired by Vedic Dhammasasthan principles such as ahimsa or non-violence, satya or truth, and seva or selfless service. Practitioners are rigorously trained to avoid making predictions that may instill fear, offering medical diagnosis, or influencing free will. Every session is framed as a sacred guidance process, not a diagnostic or judgmental exercise. Ethical training involves meditation, self reflection, and continuous supervision to ensure that insights are communicated with compassion, neutrality, and humility. Practitioners learn to distinguish between their personal thoughts and authentic intuitive impressions. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji often emphasizes intuition must serve humanity, not curiosity or ego. In addition, the Institute regularly audits sessions for adherence to ethical standards. Any deviation from these principles results in immediate retraining or removal of certification. By combining Vedic ethics, ongoing mentorship, and accountability. The Institute ensures that intuition is applied responsibly, safeguarding both the seeker and the spiritual integrity of the process. This ethical framework creates a safe, trusted environment where intuition can flourish authentically. Now, how does meditation enhance intuitive ability? Meditation is the key to refining and amplifying intuitive perception. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji explains that the mind is in its ordinary state is noisy, filled with judgments, memories, and distractions. Intuition arises when the mind becomes quiet, allowing subtle signals from the inner self or universal consciousness to surface. Practices such as Sudarshan Kriya, guided dhyana, and silent contemplation train the practitioner to observe without attachment, enhancing clarity and sensitivity. Neurophysiological studies reveal that regular meditation increases alpha and theta brainwave coherence, promoting relaxed alertness and heightened awareness. Heart brain coherence improves emotional regulation and decision making capacity. For children, meditation harmonizes the hemispheres of the brain, enhancing both analytical and intuitive capacities. Gurudev often says meditation is not about escaping life, it is about tuning into one's deeper intelligence. By consistently practicing meditation, both practitioners and participants develop the inner stillness necessary to access intuitive knowledge reliably. In essence, meditation is both the preparation and the sustenance of intuition. It cultivates the silent space where knowledge beyond the ordinary can naturally emerge. Now, how is intuition linked to Vedic knowledge and wisdom? Jagadev, intuition is not a modern novelty, it is deeply rooted in Vedic philosophy. The Vedas describe pragya or direct knowing as a higher form of intelligence surpassing rational thought. Ancient rishis did not rely solely on sensory input, they accessed cosmic knowledge through deep meditation, realizing truths directly. This principle is echoed in the Upanishads, which describe aparoksha jnana, knowledge obtained through direct experience rather than through intermediaries. The Institute of Absolute Intelligence adapts these timeless principles into contemporary practice, teaching participants to perceive insights in a systematic, ethical, and replicable manner. Gurudev emphasizes that intuition is simply the awakening of awareness already latent in every human being, aligning with the universal consciousness described in Vedic texts. Through meditation, ethical conduct, and discipline training, participants reconnect with this wisdom, bringing ancient knowledge and modern application. Intuition thus becomes a living experience of a Vedic consciousness, direct, precise, and transformative. Now, how does the intuitive life scan complement modern psychology? Intuition and psychology intersect beautifully in the life scan process. Modern neuroscience shows that the unconscious mind can process vast amounts of information beyond conscious awareness. Intuitive scanning taps into this capacity, revealing hidden patterns, emotional blocks, or latent talents. Psychologists recognize that many behavioral patterns are unconscious. Intuitive insights bring them into conscious awareness, allowing transformation. The Institute complements this with meditation based practices that regulate stress, enhance focus, and improve emotional resilience. Participants often report reduced anxiety, improved relationships, and better decision making. Gurudev explains that intuition bridges intellect and heart, providing insights that logic alone cannot access. By combining intuitive guidance with the psychological awareness, participants gain a holistic understanding of themselves and their life trajectory. This synergy ensures that intuitive work is not speculative, it is grounded, practical, and empowering. Can adults and children both participate in these sessions? Jagadav, yes, the Institute welcomes both adults and children, but the approach differs slightly. Adults benefit from structured sessions focusing on clarity, problem solving, and personal growth, often overcoming mental barriers and conditioning. Children ages 5 to 17 experience faster results due to their naturally open and less cluttered minds. The children's intuition process emphasizes playful, ethical, and guided exercises that enhances perception, focus, and confidence without overwhelming them. Parental involvement ensures transparency and ethical oversight. Gurudev highlights that children are naturally intuitive. The program nurtures this gift, whereas adults often need structured guidance to reconnect with latent intuitive abilities. Both groups experience improved awareness, emotional regulation, and practical insights, making the sessions valuable for personal and educational development. Now, how is the intuitive life scan different from other intuitive programs? The Institute's approach is unique because it blends ancient wisdom, meditation, and rigorous ethical training with the scientific validation. Many programs focus on a general awareness or entertainment based exercises, whereas the intuitive life scan cultivates practical abilities that deliver measurable, demonstrable outcomes. Training emphasizes both the inner state of consciousness and the skill of perceiving subtle information. Practitioners are not only intuitive but also ethically disciplined, ensuring insights serve the participants' growth without bias. Gurudev's methodology integrates pranayama, meditation, and dharmic principles to harmonize energy and consciousness, producing intuitive results that are replicable and grounded in universal intelligence. The combination of ethical rigor, meditation, and Vedic knowledge and experiential practices distinguishes the Institute as a leading center for cultivating true intuitive intelligence, not merely curiosity or psychic tricks. Now, do participants need any special preparation for the session? No elaborate preparation is required, but simple steps enhance receptivity. Participants should avoid alcohol, intoxicants, or substances 24 hours prior. Being well rested and in a calm state of mind improves the quality of the session. Light meditation or deep breathing beforehand helps harmonize energy and quiet mental chatter. The environment should be quiet and free from distractions. Gurudev emphasizes that the most important preparation is mental openness and ethical intent. Approaching the session with curiosity, humility, and sincerity allows the intuitive process to flow unhindered. The goal is not perfection but alignment. When the mind and body are harmonized, intuitive insights manifest naturally and accurately. Every minor preparation, like 5 to 10 minutes of silence or mindful breathing, can significantly enhance clarity, making the session more impactful and transformative. Now, is there a cost for intuitive life scan sessions? Sessions are offered on a donation basis to maintain the spirit of seva or selfless service and accessibility. Gurudev emphasizes that spiritual knowledge should not be restricted by financial barriers and burdens. Participants are encouraged to contribute according to their capacity and gratitude. Donation supports practitioner training, children's programs, and research initiatives. This voluntary model reinforces the energetic principle of giving and receiving, ensuring the system functions as a conscious, supportive ecosystem rather than a commercial enterprise. By removing monetary barriers, the Institute focuses entirely on authentic spiritual growth and intuitive development, making the session accessible globally without compromising integrity or quality. Now, how long should one wait between repeated intuitive life scan sessions? A minimum gap of 30 to 45 days is recommended between sessions. This period allows a participant to integrate insights, observe subtle changes, and process energetic shifts naturally. Intuitive guidance often stimulates emotional and psychological realignments that unfold gradually. If a follow up session is conducted too soon, it may overlap with ongoing integration, reducing clarity or effectiveness. Gurudev emphasizes that transformation is a process of reflection and assimilation, not instant consumption. Repeated sessions after the recommended gap allow deeper layers of awareness to emerge, reinforcing growth while maintaining energetic harmony. Participants often notice enhanced clarity, improved relationships, or heightened intuition during the disinterval, making subsequent sessions more impactful. Now, how can someone book a session with a trained intuitive practitioner? Booking is straightforward via the Institute's secured online portal. Participants can view certified practitioners' profiles, availability, and session types. Sessions can be scheduled from same day to 2 weeks in advance, depending on practitioner availability. Once booked, the participants receive pre-session guidelines, including suggested preparation, quiet environment, and optional meditation practices. The portal also allows rescheduling or cancellations in adherence to ethical standards, preserving session integrity. Gurudev emphasizes resonance between the seeker and practitioner. Participants may choose guides based on compatibility, ensuring a harmonious intuitive connection. Administrative support ensures smooth scheduling while maintaining confidentiality. This system blends modern convenience with spiritual discipline, allowing participants worldwide to access authentic, ethical, and effective intuitive guidance. Now, how does the intuitive life scan help in personal healing? Jagadev, the intuitive life scan often acts as a catalyst for personal healing on multiple levels: emotional, mental, and energetic. Many participants carry subtle emotional blocks from past experiences or unprocessed trauma, which can influence behavior, health, and relationships. During a session, the practitioner perceives these subtle imprints and reflects them back with clarity and compassion, allowing the participant to acknowledge and release them consciously. This process facilitates deep emotional relief, reduces stress, and helps restore balance psychologically, physiologically. The release of tension in the nervous system is measurable through improved heart brain coherence and reduced cortisol levels. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravishankarji emphasizes that self awareness is the first step toward healing. The moment you see the block, it dissolves in light. By making the unconscious conscious in a safe, ethical environment, the scan accelerates transformation. Participants often notice immediate shifts in mood, clarity in decision making, and subtle changes in energy. Over time, a repeated practice of meditation and awareness consolidates this healing, making intuitive insight not just a tool for guidance but a doorway to holistic well being and self empowerment. Now, how is energy mapping incorporated into the intuitive life scan? Jagadev, energy mapping is a subtle yet a vital component of the intuitive life scan. Every individual carries an energetic blueprint shaped by physical, emotional, and mental patterns. Through deep meditative attunement, practitioners perceive energy blockages, overactivity, or imbalances in the participants' subtle field. These may appear as sensations, visual impressions, or intuitive knowledge. The practitioner then conveys observations in a constructive and ethical manner, enabling the participant to understand areas requiring attention or realignment. Energy mapping is not predictive, it is descriptive, revealing patterns that may affect health, relationships, or life flow. Children often show highly sensitive energy fields, making mapping particularly effective in identifying latent abilities and emotional needs. Gurudev explains that energy mapping is akin to reading the river currents. You cannot control them, but awareness allows graceful navigation. Integrating energy mapping with a practical meditation, breathing exercises, or lifestyle adjustments empowers participants to harmonize energy, release blockages, and foster resilience. Scientific studies show that such practices enhance brain coherence, heart brain synchrony, and emotional regulation, confirming that energy awareness is not mystic but grounded in observable physiological shifts. Now, can the intuitive life scan help with a career or academic decisions? Yes, many participants seek guidance on career paths, studies, or professional growth. The scan provides insights into latent skills, strengths, and optimal pathways by highlighting patterns that might not be evident through conventional reasoning. For example, a participant may be intuitively guided toward opportunities aligned with their inherent talents or become aware of internal blocks such as self doubt, procrastination, or fear of change. Children and students benefit especially as intuitive awareness strengthens focus, learning, and confidence. The scan helps the participants identify personal resonance with particular roles or subjects, enabling clearer decision making. Gurudev often remarks success is not chasing the world, it is following the alignment within. By integrating the scan with meditation and reflective practices, participants gain clarity, overcome indecision, and align their choices with long term growth. Unlike fortune telling, the process empowers individuals with self understanding and actionable insight. Over time, the repeated sessions and continued practice cultivate an internal compass, allowing participants to navigate challenges intelligently while remaining connected to higher consciousness. Now, how do participants integrate insights from the session into daily life? Negative integration is a crucial step. After the session, participants are encouraged to reflect on insights through meditation, journaling, or mindful observation. Subtle behavioral or emotional adjustments are implemented consciously rather than forcefully, allowing natural assimilation for children. Playful exercises, mindful observation, or guided activities help apply intuitive learnings in academics, relationships, or emotional regulation. Adults can use insights to enhance decision making, resolve conflicts, or adjust lifestyle habits. Gurudev emphasizes that integration is more important than the session itself. The real transformation happens when insight becomes action. Practitioners may suggest complementary techniques such as pranayama, energy balancing, or service activities. To reinforce learning, participants often notice incremental but meaningful improvements in clarity, focus, relationships, and stress management. Over weeks, the subtle energy shifts and behavioral changes compound, demonstrating that intuitive guidance is not an isolated experience but a continuous process of conscious evolution. This holistic approach ensures that the life scan is not a transient event but a sustainable catalyst for personal growth, self awareness, and inner alignment. Now, can intuitive insights predict future events? Jagadev, the Institute emphasizes that intuition is not about predicting the future with certainty. It is about revealing possibilities, potential, and underlying patterns. True intuitive insight highlights trend, choices, and internal states that influence outcomes. For example, a participant may be guided toward opportunities, warned of potential misalignments, or shown emotional blockages affecting future scenarios. The difference between intuition and prediction lies in free will. Participants retain the power to act, which can alter any projected path. Gurdon often clarifies intuition shows the reverse is slow, but you steer the boat. The intuitive life scan helps individuals make informed, conscious decisions rather than fostering dependency or fear. Scientific validation shows that accurate intuitive readings often correlate with objective outcomes, but always with the understanding that human choice and action play a role. Thus, the process is empowering rather than deterministic, cultivating responsibility, discernment, and alignment with one's higher purpose. Now, how are practitioners trained to maintain accuracy? Practitioner training is rigorous and multidimensional. It begins with meditation, energy awareness exercises, and ethical grounding. Over months, aspirants develop subtle perception through guided practice, feedback, and verification exercises. Accuracy is reinforced by repeated observation and correlation with real life outcomes. Practitioners are trained to distinguish personal biases from authentic intuitive impressions, ensuring objectivity. Children and adult sessions follow similar ethical guidelines, though exercises are tailored to age and sensitivity. Gurudev emphasizes humility. Accuracy without compassion is empty knowledge. Therefore, ethical integrity, patience, and continuous self reflection are integral to maintain accuracy. Training also includes understanding Vedic principles, energy mapping, and meditation protocols, ensuring practitioners are grounded spiritually while capable of precise perception. Continuous supervision and re-evaluation safeguard the quality and consistency of insights, making the Institute's methodology both disciplined and trustworthy. Are there any scientific case studies validating the program? Yes, multiple research collaborations have been conducted to study both children and adults in intuitive exercises. EEG studies show increased alpha theta coherence during meditation and intuitive scanning, indicating calm yet alert brain states. Heart rate variability and heart brain coherence improve, reflecting emotional stability. Blindfold perception exercises in children demonstrate measurable accuracy above chance levels, correlating with cognitive development and focus. Surveys and qualitative analysis report enhanced clarity, decision making, and emotional balance and self confidence. These studies are documented in research journals and internal institute reports, validating that the program produces replicable, measurable results. Gurudev emphasizes that science and spirituality need not contradict. Rather, empirical research can highlight the effects of subtle practices while consciousness remains the experiential domain. This dual validation builds trust, allowing participants to approach the program with both faith and rational confidence, ensuring the intuitive life scan is both spiritually and scientifically credible. Now, can intuition help in leadership and professional development? Yeah, yes, intuition creatively cultivates clarity, foresight, and emotional intelligence, key qualities for effective leadership. Leaders trained in meditation, intuitive practices report improved decision making, conflict resolution, and empathy. Intuitive perception helps anticipate challenges, recognize opportunities, and align team dynamics harmoniously. It enhances creativity, adaptability, and situational awareness, essential in complex environments. Gurudev often remarks, the best leaders listen to silence as much as they listen to speech. By integrating meditation, self awareness, and intuitive insight, professionals develop a balanced approach to leadership that harmonizes logic, compassion, and foresight. Organizations report increased efficiency, reduced stress, and enhanced workplace harmony among participants, demonstrating tangible benefits of cultivated intuitive intelligence. Now, how is confidentiality maintained during sessions? Jagadev, confidentiality is non negotiable. All session information, insights, and personal details are protected under strict privacy protocols. No recordings, notes, or external sharing occurs without explicit consent. Practitioners are ethically bound to uphold discretion, ensuring a safe and trusting environment. This safeguards participants' vulnerability and facilitates genuine openness. Gurudev emphasizes trust is the first step toward transformation. Ethical training and supervision reinforce confidentiality, making the life scan a sacred and secure process. Now, how does the Institute integrate technology with intuitive training? The Institute uses technology as a bridge rather than a replacement for consciousness. Online sessions employ secure, encrypted platforms, ensuring privacy while maintaining meditative ambience. Neurofeedback, EEG studies, and AI assisted research analyze brain coherence, energy patterns, and session effectiveness. Technology supports scientific validation, global accessibility, and structured training, but the practitioners remain grounded in meditation and ethical discipline. Gurudev envisions AI complementing human intuition, not replacing it, bridging consciousness and modern innovation. This synergy enables global dissemination of ancient wisdom while maintaining authenticity, accuracy, and spiritual integrity. Now, how can intuition support stress reduction and emotional balance? Intuition helps participants identify the subtle causes of stress, whether mental, emotional, or energetic. During an intuitive life scan, a practitioner may reveal patterns such as habitual thought loops, unresolved emotional conflicts, or hidden fears contributing to tension. Recognizing these patterns allows conscious release and corrective action. Complementary practices like meditation, breathing exercises like Sudarshan Kriya, three stage pranayama, Bhastrika, and mindfulness enhance the body's parasympathetic response, reducing cortisol levels and restoring calm. Participants often report a sense of deep relief, clarity, and inner stability immediately post session. Over time, intuitive awareness fosters self regulation, anticipating stress triggers, and managing reactive reactions proactively. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji teaches that when the mind listens to silence, the heart speaks peace. By developing the skill to observe life through intuitive awareness, stress becomes manageable and emotional balance becomes sustainable, creating a resilient mind body continuum. This process integrates practical tools with the inner wisdom, equipping individuals to navigate modern life with the composure, awareness, and confidence. Now, how does the Institute incorporate children's natural abilities in the sessions? Children are naturally intuitive and open with the minimal mental conditioning. The Institute's programs leverage this by using playful, age appropriate exercises that cultivate observation, empathy, and perception. Activities include energy recognition games, visualizations, and guided meditations that expand attention and focus. Children are taught ethical responsibility, using intuition to help, not manipulate. Parental engagement ensures transparency and safety. Gurudev emphasizes that nurturing a child's innate intuition is like cultivating a naturally flowing river. It requires guidance, not force. The process enhances learning, memory, confidence, and emotional intelligence while fostering a natural connection to higher consciousness. By integrating intuitive exercises into daily routines, children learn to navigate life with clarity, awareness, and ethical integrity. Now, how is scientific research applied to enhance the program? Jagadev, the Institute integrates scientific research to validate and refine its methodologies. EEG and heart brain coherence studies measure brainwave patterns and emotional regulation during meditation and intuition exercises. Data from children and adults indicate measurable improvements in attention, memory, emotional stability, and subtle perception. Qualitative feedback is combined with psychological and physiological measurements to optimize exercises, ensuring reproducible results. Gurudev emphasizes that science and spirituality complement each other. Research helps quantify subtle practices without diluting the experiential essence. This evidence based approach strengthens credibility, allowing the program to reach both skeptics and seekers globally, bridging modern validation and ancient wisdom. Now, can intuitive insights improve decision making in daily life? Yes, intuitive insights provide clarity on hidden motivations, emotional influences, and potential consequences of decisions. Participants often report increased confidence in choices and reduced hesitation. For example, recognizing unconscious biases or unresolved emotional patterns can prevent impulsive reactions. Practitioners guide participants to align decisions with values, strengths, and long term goals. Gurudev emphasizes that intuition is not mystical, it is the mind's higher intelligence accessing holistic patterns. By integrating intuitive guidance with reflection, meditation, and practical action, participants achieve clarity, efficiency, and satisfaction in daily life. Now, are there any notable case studies or success stories? Many participants have experienced transformative outcomes. Children show marked improvements in focus, memory, and emotional regulation, often reflected in academic performances. Adults report enhanced clarity in career and personal decisions, conflict resolution, and stress management. Some have described sudden realizations about relationships, latent talents, or health improvements after integrating session insights. Scientific studies coupled with the qualitative testimonials confirm that intuitive awareness fosters measurable life improvements. Gurudev emphasizes that the real success lies in increased self awareness, responsible action, and inner harmony. These stories illustrate that intuition, when cultivated ethically and systematically, becomes a powerful tool for conscious evolution. Now, how do participants handle the insights received? Insights are handled with care and reflection immediately post session. Participants are encouraged to meditate, journal, or contemplate to internalize the guidance. Practical applications like changes in behavior, emotional responses, or decision making are integrated gradually. Children use playful exercises and parental guidance to apply learnings in daily life. Gurudev emphasizes patience. True understanding grows when it is lived and not rushed. The goal is conscious assimilation, allowing subtle shifts in awareness and energy to manifest naturally. Practitioners ensure that insights are framed constructively, avoiding dependence on or fear. Over time, participants notice consistent patterns of clarity, emotional stability, and proactive behavior. Now, how does the Institute maintain global accessibility? Jagadev, the Institute leverages secure online platforms to offer sessions worldwide while maintaining confidentiality and energetic integrity. Practitioners receive specialized training to conduct remote sessions effectively, ensuring energetic attunement even across distances. Scheduling is flexible, accommodating different time zones. Gurudev envisions intuition as a universal capability, transcending geography. This global accessibility allows seekers from various cultures to experience the transformative potential of intuitive intelligence while preserving ethical and spiritual standards. Technology is used as a supportive bridge, not a replacement for meditation, ethical discipline, or direct energetic awareness. Now, how is the feedback incorporated into improving the program? Feedback is integral to the program's evolution. Participants provide qualitative reflections, while physiological data and outcomes are also analyzed. Practitioners are trained to observe both the participants' response and the efficacy of techniques. This dual feedback system helps refine session protocols, tailor exercises for children and adults, and enhance accuracy. Gurudev emphasizes adaptability. The river adapts, but its essence remains pure. The Institute uses feedback to maintain scientific rigor, spiritual authenticity, and participant satisfaction, ensuring continuous improvement without compromising core principles. Now, how does the Institute address skepticism about intuition? Skepticism is addressed with transparency, scientific validation, and ethical demonstration. The program combines meditation, measurable outcomes, and consistent results to show that intuition is replicable and functional. EEG, heart brain coherence studies, and observational data provide empirical support. Gurudev teaches that intuition is a natural faculty. Skepticism diminishes when experience speaks louder than theory. Participants are encouraged to experience rather than speculate, fostering experiential understanding. Ethical and practical guidance ensures credibility, making the program accessible to both rational minds and spiritual seekers. Now, what is the future vision of the Institute of Absolute Intelligence? Jagadev, the Institute envisions a global awakening of conscious intuitive intelligence. Gurudev aims to integrate ancient Vedic wisdom with the modern scientific understanding, making intuitive education accessible to children, adults, and organizations worldwide. Programs will expand to leadership development, education, healthcare, and research, cultivating ethical, aware, and empowered individuals. This vision includes global research collaborations, AI integration for subtle perception studies, and continued dissemination of meditation and intuitive skills. The goal is a society where individuals operate with clarity, compassion, and higher intelligence, bridging inner awareness with outer action. Ultimately, the institution seeks to nurture a world where conscious intuition supports personal fulfillment, social harmony, and collective revolution and evolution, creating a truly enlightened global community guided by both science and dharmic wisdom. Jagadev.